In today's video you will find out how you can run the TP-Link Wi-Fi measuring system. So stay tuned. More and more people have a problem with their internet. In other words, the Wi-Fi is too weak or they have outliers because the range is not sufficient. Many try it with a repeater, which amplifies the signal, but does not extend it. Only a mesh system can provide the right assistance. And how the installation works, you will find out in today's video. But before we start, simplified for everyone, what is mesh at all? You have a house or an apartment and you have the best signal in the whole apartment. Because the devices connect with each other and thus you have a good signal everywhere. The whole thing goes through ceilings, through walls, and there are different variations here up to 600 square meters. And you can connect up to 100 devices with each other. And you will see after the installation, you don't have 5 kilobits more download speed like a hamster in a hamster wheel, but you can get started. But enough of the words, it's time to get started now. How does the TP-Link Wi-Fi measurement system work? First, let's take a look at what is included in the packaging, whether we still need something or whether we can get started right away. We open the packaging and take a look at what is included here. We have chosen this system because it is still relatively cheap in the price range, affordable, and the installation is conceivable. As I said, up to 100 devices can be added. You can buy them again and again. If you say, okay, now I still need a basement, a garden, whatever, then you can connect up to 100 devices with each other. And then you can really rule out that you don't have a signal anywhere. In the package we have 3 such cubes, such extenders. As I said, the package always consists of 3 pieces. Some manufacturers also have 2 pieces, but we have 3 pieces in the package. These are then divided into the following masses. One comes to the router and the other is then distributed in the room. As I said, we have 3 pieces in the scope of delivery. We will then show you which functions are directly on this extender, what connections there are and how you can still use it. We unpack the whole thing. Then we have 3 power supplies, of course, because these extenders need electricity. Without electricity, nothing works here. The power supply is included and in total we have such a power supply in the scope of delivery for all 3. And what is also included, of course, is very important, the network cable. We have to connect one directly to the router. The network cable is also included. And then we have, last but not least, a user guide, a quick installation guide. This is included in different languages. Let's take a look at the connections, what we have. We have 2 Ethernet connections here, i.e. for the network cable. And on the back we have a reset button and the power supply. Actually, there is nothing more here. As I said, 2 Ethernet cables, the reset button, and here we have the control light. This should then light up blue when everything is in order. When we are connected, it will light up blue. As I said, there are no more connections. We have that on all 3 extenders, power, network and the reset button. But now let's put it in operation and see how complicated the whole thing really is. Step 1. Step 1, you take the first extender or cube, plug it into the power supply, so just turn it around. And here you have the power connection and you just have to plug it in. Then the cube is powered or is powered. And in the second step you just have to plug in the network cable. This is also included, as we have seen. So take the network cable in your hand, plug it into the router, into the free port, and that's it. And it doesn't matter what mode you have, everything is supported here. So, we have now connected the whole thing, and here the lamp first lights up yellow. Yellow means ready for installation. After about 3 minutes the lamp then flashes blue. That is the sign for us that we have to make the router powerless. And we will do that next. That means you go to your modem and just unplug this power supply and wait 2 minutes. And after 2 minutes you can plug in the router or the modem again. And now we have to take our smartphone in our hands, because we do everything else with the smartphone. Go to the App Store and here you have to download the TP-Link or the DECO app. Just search for it and here it only writes DECO. Then TP-Link Deco appears automatically here. Of course you have to download this. To do this, just click on load and then you can download the app. It's not very big, it only takes a few minutes. Start the app and of course you have to click on allow. The next point is that I accept the usage conditions. We can leave out the participation in the program and continue. Then you have to allow again, otherwise the whole thing will not work, of course, that the devices are found here. And create a TP-Link or you have an account. I don't have an account, so I create one. Here you enter your email address. And when you have entered your email address, you have to click Next. In the next window you have to enter a password. This should have at least 8 characters. So enter the password. Then confirm the password again. And when everything is done, you just have to click on Register. Then again the usage conditions. We don't need a newsletter. And please confirm. And if you have done this, you will receive an ID by mail. And we have to click on this so that we can continue. Just finish here on registration. And when you have done it, we are done and we can go back to the app. And here we click on Activate and Log in. And when we have done that, we have to log in again with our password. And on Login. We have registered and now we can log in. Now you have the option to log in with Face ID. But I don't want to. That means you can unlock it with your face. I don't want to. Then you have a 2-factor authentication. I don't want this either. I can set it up at any time later. Say you get a text message on your smartphone. I don't want that either. So maybe later with OK confirm. Now we have the instructions here. What we did before, i.e. connect to electricity. We have already done that. Then let's start. Allow. Now the devices are searched here. Then connect. He has already found one here. Say connect, and the moment you click on connect, the lamp stops flashing. And this will then shine through in white. So you have to click on connect. Then it only takes a few minutes and the lamp stops flashing. This will then shine through. So connect, click, we are connected. Then set up the deco. Here again the instruction that we have to connect to the modem. We have already done that. That means we click on the arrow. Then the modem was restarted. We also did that by connecting it to electricity again. So click on it here. Now you have to give a name. Where is the new deco? In which room? Either you have a selection or you click on user defined. Then you can give a name yourself. I have it in the living room. And click on the arrow. In the next point you can leave it out. Therefore to next. I don't know which IP settings you have. Therefore to next. Now you have to give a name for your WLAN. Because here a network is created. That means you have to give a name for it. And I give a name now. And in the next step you have to give a password. Are no longer possible. you have to give a new name and a new password. Now the WLAN is set up here. It takes a while. You can see the progress bar here. And when that's done, you just have to click on connect so that we can now connect to the new network that we have created. DECO is connected. That also takes a few minutes, so be patient. And with that you can actually say that's it. That is, we only have a few more steps to take, what we have to set up, but we are connected to the network. So DECO is connected. Have a little patience. And DECO is now online, finished and done. Now, of course, we want to add another DECO. Actually, we would be done now, but I also want to add the other one. That's why we now click on Add Another DECO so that we can do the whole thing with our 3 cubes. Now we have the choice of which space we have. In other words, we have one floor or we have several floors, i.e. several floors. You can choose that now. Since I only have one floor, I leave that and then click on the next one, on this arrow to the right. We have to do that now. Now we have to go back to our DECO and set it up. This one is also connected to the power and the lamp is yellow. So on. We don't have to or we are not allowed to set it up next to electric devices, otherwise it can cause disturbances. And here, too, we see that the lamp has to pulsate blue until the whole thing works. And that just happened. We can click on the blue arrow. The lamp now lights up blue. And when we have done it, then the following message appears here. He is looking for the DECO again. He also found it. And that's it. We have to add this device. Give it a name again. This time I choose my bedroom. Then the whole thing is applied here. And it was added. Did you want to add another one? Then another one. Otherwise click on Done. And that's it. You can see an overview here. I added 2 DECOs to the living room and bedroom. And if we go to the settings and here on WLAN, then you can see that I am connected to my DECO, which I gave it the name. Test Technic Power. That means everything worked out successfully. You see how easy that works. If you have any questions, then use the comment function. We say thank you for watching and goodbye.